My name is Dina Asher-Smith and I'm the fastest woman in the history of British sprinting. I think my earliest memory is the 2004 Olympics in Athens. I remember Kelly Holmes got a double gold, the men's relay 4x1 won gold, and that was my first idea or like introduction to, I guess, kind of elite sport. My parents are sports mad. I just remember being like, this looks so cool. Like, these people work really hard and they train really hard, and then once every 4 years or once every other year they get together and they just kind of see who's the best. Like, isn't that so much fun? And it was from watching that Olympic Games that I knew that I wanted to be an athlete when I was, older. I was pretty good when I was younger. I remember the first race I had to use blocks for. And I remember the first race that I did with a starter's gun. I was terrified of the starter's gun. I feel like I used that as incentive to get out at the start really well, because I was like, I don't want to get hurt. My parents are constantly very, I feel like, again, normal parents, but they're always just proud with whatever I'm doing. My mum and dad, they're people that's obviously they're really happy when I'm doing well on track, but ultimately as a person, they just want me to be happy overall. So even if that meant that I just picked up the phone straight after this interview and was like, you know what, I'm done, don't want to do it anymore, they might be shocked, but they'd be like, cool, because I'm their child first. Simple to say, but I think I just always know whether I'm having the best day of my life or the worst day of my life, my parents are going to feel exactly the same, and that's something that I definitely don't take for granted. I was fortunate enough to have loads and loads of heroes. I remember watching Kelly Holmes do incredible things in Athens over the 8 and the 15. I've always been a huge fan of Christina Horogou, Jessica Ennis-Hill. Each of those women, they achieved incredible things like Olympic gold, career highs, but it hadn't always been easy. I very much grew up watching them and their stories. It's very refreshing, and I think it's refreshingly honest, and also something that us Brits do so well. Always said that I'm just so lucky to have met John. He absolutely changed my life. I was so lucky to have somebody who was so selfless, so obviously so intelligent and so good at what they did, but also had integrity and is so selfless, and set me up with lots of key skills, not only for athletics and sport and how to navigate that and perform under pressure and all those boring sporty headlines, but also as life, as a young woman, how to treat people that you work with. And because I was with him from when I was 8 years old, he really molded me into the person that I am today. And even though now I've very recently just moved, when people talk to me about John, I have absolutely no qualms or hesitations in underlining how I would not be here today without his hard work and the skills and the characteristics that he's instilled in me. Because I do think I'm always going to be his athlete, just as I'm always going to be an athlete of Edric Floreal. I believe that it's a journey and you learn from each place that you've been. I'm just, so grateful for John. I love John to bits, and he's probably more like a member of my family at this point than a past coach. I'm really excited for both the Europeans and the Olympics this year. They're very big markers on my calendar this year. And with Edric Floreal, he's just got so many athletes that have done incredible things in the past. When you look at his resume, he's had world record holders, Olympic gold medalists, Olympic finalists, blah, blah, blah. And whether they did that with him or they've done that under 4 or 5 years of his tutelage when they were in their collegiate days, I think that his resume is just incredible. It's one of the ones that I think, when I was doing all my research, it was really kind of one of the ones in sport that, the sport that we don't necessarily highlight too much, which I was I was astounded to find out who had trained under him at some point. It was insane. So I'm really excited to follow the season and see my development. We're definitely pushing, I think for me, it's pushing the ideas of what I thought I could do and what I was capable of, because obviously I've been inside my body for a while. which sounds crazy, but I have, obviously. But he's come to me with like a fresh set of eyes. So he is seeing all these things that I hadn't even really considered for myself. Like if you told me this time last year I was gonna split a 51-400, like a 4x4 leg, and be happy but also annoyed that I didn't like take it out a second quicker because I could have made a second up, like I would have laughed at you, you know, because I was very happy doing the 1, the 2 with 4x1. So for me, I think it's about challenging, for me with Edric, I think it's about challenging my own expectations and dreams and aspirations for myself, and really being limitless in what I see for myself and also limitless in my pursuit of them. Europeans is huge. I think that it is one of our favourite championships because track and field is so popular and so loved in Europe, and when you're inside the stadium at European Championships, the kind of atmosphere can feel very much like a World Championships, like with the passion from the fans and the calibre of the performances. Like it's tough to be a European champion is not easy. It's likely I'll just be doing the 100 metres and the relay. I'm not as far as I'm aware. I'm not doing the 2 in Rome, but I'm so excited for European Championships. I have very big goals for myself and very big aspirations of what I want to run, especially when I run the 100 and how I want to run it and how I want to win it. So I'm very excited for that championships. I was definitely very frustrated in Munich, so I'm very excited to have another European Championships. And I love Rome. I love doing the Rome Diamond League. That stadium is beautiful with all the statues in the warm-up area. I think they just had it resurfaced, and the football stadium is so historic, and Rome is like a beautiful city anyway. Like everybody's really excited that Europeans is in Rome. We're like, oh no, what a shame, I have to go to Rome for a few days before the Olympics. Oh no, where is me? You know? Obviously everybody dreams of winning. I'd love to be Olympic champion. I'm really excited for Paris, and particularly coming into it with a new setup, a new coach, and kind of like new aims and aspirations. I'm really excited to take, a slightly different mindset towards things and just really try and do something incredible. So yeah, I'm truly excited for Paris again. Like European Championships and a European Olympics, like we're very, very, very lucky to have these 2 humongous events. It's definitely going to be something that we're all just going to look to be hugely successful in, you know. And I know that lots of my friends from home can easily like watch both of them. So yeah, that's great for me as well. I feel like if you were to ask my closest friends who I am, they would say very clumsy. They think it's really funny when you know, people are like, oh, she's cool, and like they're like, she's never been cool a day in her life, which yeah, I think that's probably the best way to describe me. But I feel like I'm just normal. Music wise, I listen to a lot of R&B, a lot of hip hop, a lot of classic things, as in not classic music, but like, you know, the big pillars of hip hop, R&B. I'm just kind of me, normal, cracking jokes like 95% of the day. That's me, I guess. I feel like I am one of those people where what you see is what you get. I have to say that. So yeah.
What is your ultimate dream, Dina?
You know what? This is so funny because my knee-jerk reaction is to win the Olympics, right? But I think my ultimate dream, the one that's actually I think a bit deeper inside myself, is to just do something so crazy and so incredible. Like it could be one performance, it could be a collection of performances, it could be a week or a race or something that people look back and they go, I didn't know she could do that. And I'll smile like, you know, like it was part of the plan. In the back of my mind, I'll be like, I didn't know I could do that. So I think that's actually what I want for myself. Like I want to be, I don't really just want to be an Olympic champion. I would like something like kind of crazy for myself as well, because I really think that particularly in like the next 5 or so years or whatever, I think I could do that. I feel like I'm around basketball a lot at the moment, but you know when somebody, it's not necessarily the win, but you know when somebody does like a crazy shot or a crazy point score and it's just a highlight reel like again and again for the sport, I would like one of those. You know? Yeah, one of those.
Well, are you any good at basketball, Dina?
Absolutely not. I've got zero hand-eye coordination. It's a miracle that they trust me with a relay bat, and I tell you. I'm clumsy. That's why I say when they say, who's Dina? I'm like, I'm clumsy and foolish. That's who I am. It's a miracle that I get out the blocks most days. Like,